Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey y'all, welcome back. It's me, Lonnie from ilovelonnie.com or Talk Lonnie the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Today is going to be a tip on how to lessen your negative thoughts. So, for one, in order to fix a problem, we have to acknowledge that there is one. And that means in order to switch or to fix your negative thinking, you have to acknowledge that you're having it, that you're doing that in the first place. Once you're aware, you can consciously choose a different outcome by changing your thinking. As a reminder, thoughts create your reality. They create feelings within you that send out vibrations, and we already know that the universe is going to meet you on the vibrations that you are on, the frequency that you are on. So if you're sending out negative thoughts of lack, let's say you're saying, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I don't have, those are all different thoughts of lack, of being without whatever it is that you want. Lack. If you're sending out lack vibrations, that's the frequency that you're on. That's where the universe is going to meet you at. So you are going to continue to see experiences and things happening and showing up in your 3D that are on a lack frequency, which means things that are showing you that you don't have, that you don't got, that you can't, everything lack related. That's what's going to show up in your frequency. So in order to change that, you have to change your thinking, and thinking with abundance, out of abundance. Thinking out of abundance is that you have. That's the opposite of lack, that you have. All my bills are paid. I have money left over after all of my bills. All my bills are always paid on time. My car stays with gas in it. I keep food in my refrigerator. Whatever it is, whatever example that you want to use, it has to be out of abundance, which means plenty of. You have. You are not without, because you have. So you have to speak on that frequency and speak out of abundance, so you could be on an abundant frequency, and then the universe has to meet you at that frequency. So you'll continue to be met with instances on having. You're going to continue to be met with things that are going to make you feel like you good. You have everything you need. You're abundant. It's normal sometimes in different scenarios for negative or fearful thinking to happen. We do have to be conscious and aware of that thinking and change it immediately. So one way to change your negative thinking is you can't chase the thought away, because you're going to put more energy into getting rid of the thought, which is going to magnify that. Okay, so in a previous video, we talked about when it rains, it pours. So you can check that video out. We kind of touched on it a little bit. Now, whatever you focus on is where your energy goes, grows. So if you're focusing on your energy of, I keep getting negative thoughts, all these negative thoughts, guess what? It's going to just continue to happen. You're going to get way more negative thoughts now. So what you have to do is take the negative thought and not necessarily push so much energy into it. Take the energy out of it by transforming it into a positive thought. So what I want you to do is create a positive thought, a go-to positive thought to revert back to every time you have a negative thought. You have to choose the same one thought, because you want to create a repetition. Repetition eventually creates a habit. Then it will be natural for you because it's a habit. So it first starts off with figuring out that one thought that you want to use. Whether you want to picture you on a beach, picture you in your favorite restaurant, picture you laying in the bed because you like to sleep, picture you eating your favorite meal, or the picture you on a vacation, picture you with your favorite person. Whatever positive thought or positive thing that creates that positive feeling for you, use that. And that's going to be your automatic go-to. If you don't have one, make one up and stick with it. But it has to be the same one, because that's repetition creates the habit. Once you get that positive thought, for the sake of the example, we're going to use me being on a beach. So Every time I think of something negative, I'm going to think about me on the beach. Negative, me on the beach. Negative, me on the beach. Negative, me on the beach. Keep doing that over and over and over and over and over again, because it's going to create a repetition, which what creates a habit. Once it's a habit, it's natural for you. They say it takes about 18 days to almost a year to create a habit or to break one. I'm saying that to say it may not happen overnight. You may be positive thinking one day and then wake up the next day and be back to your negative thinking. But you can't give up. You can't be like, oh, it's not working, because you didn't give it a chance. We're basically, if you are used to negative thinking your whole life, then this step is like erasing a whole life's worth of habits. That may not happen overnight. That may take a little bit of work, but it can be done as well. So you can't get frustrated or be upset just because it just didn't change at the snap of a finger. No, you got to keep putting in the work, keep trying, and I promise you it's going to change. I promise you. But it's up to you and how much work you put into it. Just like we learned how to do our negative thinking, and it's so automatic for it to, pop up a negative thought, or it happens so easily for you to just be like, I can't do it, or I don't have this. How so easily it just roll off the tongue, because you learn that. You learn to do that. It's a habit for you now, and now it's an automatic way of thinking. We can break that. That means that we can also unlearn it and learn something else and be just as fluent at that, just as fluent as we were with the negative thinking. We're not born to think negative. We learn to think negative. So you can unlearn it. It's the duality. It could be unlearned. You have to put in the work. So as a recap, your thoughts create your reality. Your reality is a reflection of your thoughts and your choices. In order to change your reality, you have to change your thoughts and your choices. Start with your thoughts. Figure out a go-to positive thought to think about or use every time you think a negative thought. Every time you think a thought of lack, cancel it out with a thought of abundance. Instead of saying I don't have enough money, or I can't pay my bills, or I don't never have enough money to do this, or just whatever it is out of lack, speak only what you want. Speak life, not the opposite, because that's what you're going to receive, what you're speaking. So thank you that all my bills are always paid. Thank you that I always have extra money every time after I pay my bills. Thank you that all my bills are on time. Thank you that I don't have to check my bank account. I could just get whatever I want. Thank you that I stay with food in my refrigerator. Thank you that I don't want for nothing. Thank you that I stay with gas in my car. Thank you that my car is healthy, moving on all four wheels. Thank you that I'm healthy. Whatever it is, only speak abundance and positive. So instead of, as soon as you find yourself saying, oh, I don't have no money, even if you think it, even if your reality is telling you right now that you don't have no money, don't speak it. Don't say it. You could have $1. You better be thankful for that $1. Thank you that I always got money. Nope. Thank you that all my bills is paid. I always got money. I don't want for nothing. Speak it. Even if it is not aligning with what you think your reality is, or what your reality or your 3D is showing you. Your 3D is showing you that because of your thinking. Once you shift your thinking, you're automatically shifting your reality. Automatically. What you have to do is hold that vibration, hold that frequency, give the universe enough time to meet you there, and enough time to shift your 3D behind it. But you have to hold the frequency of the positive thinking, and it will shift. Your reality is where it is because of the way you are thinking, because of the way that you think. Shift it, and you automatically gonna shift your reality.